Isabella here and welcome back to the channel. So today's video, as you guys can tell, we're going to be doing an anti-MLM reacts, but with one of our favorites. So we're reacting to Arbonne today. So I'm ready for this. There's a lot of shit that's been going down, a lot of things popping up with Arbonne, and naturally I was like, girl, we've got to talk about it. So real quickly, two things I want to talk about. First of all, I'm wearing my coffee merch. This is from my coffee collection at IsabellaLanter.com. If you guys are interested, definitely check it out. I'm also going to be launching some new designs for anti-MLM merch specifically, so definitely stay tuned. There are so many new things coming out and I'm so excited. And two, guys, I also am testing out a new lens. This is my wide angle lens that I purchased specifically for vlogging, but I was like, I need to at least try it like this. Like, I want to see what it looks like, and I kind of like it. I don't know. Anyways, we're gonna test it out with this video today, but nonetheless, before we hop in though, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell button down below so you'll be notified of every single video I post. And now without further ado, let's hop into this anti-MLM reacts video. Let's go. Alright guys, the first thing we're going to be reacting to is one that was actually sent in to me, and I was very intrigued by this. So this is actually an account that we've kind of highlighted a little bit before, however, like, they are highly problematic. So the caption says, story time, traditional small business ownership versus network marketing, a peek into my story and why I believe network marketing is the smartest form of entrepreneurship. It's no longer brick and mortar. Things are really transitioning to click and order. Oh, you made it fun. Anyways, so let's actually get real here. So we already know that, like, being in a network marketing company is not entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship, the definition of that is like creating things from yourself, like all by yourself from the ground up. You know what I mean? There's no real entrepreneurship involved with this actual, like, with being in network marketing. Like, you don't create the products, you don't do anything at all. The main moneymaker is recruitment. So how is that being an entrepreneur and becoming a great seller if all you do is sell a lifestyle to people? That's just highly problematic to me. So anyways, let's start this and keep rolling.
I want to ask you a question. Do you trust me? Because I feel like I know something that I wish I once knew, and I want to share it with you. So before I dive into this, I want to quickly share that my story is not typical, and to learn what's typical, you can check out earnings.arbonne.com. But I want to share something with you. I want to take you through a little journey. So I've always had an entrepreneurial spirit ever since I was a little girl. I used to be hustling with like lemonade stands on the corner in my neighborhood. My sister and I used to make like flyers advertising our babysitting services, and we'd go knock on all the doors in our neighborhood. Like, I've always wanted to be my own boss. I've never been afraid to work hard, but I want to work hard for myself, not for someone else's dream. I want to work hard for my dream. I want to make my own schedule. I want to dictate when I'll have days off. So after college, when I got a little bit older, I owned a franchise smoothie juice bar for almost 4 years. And it's funny, it actually came up on my memories the other day, that the day that I sold it, and I read what I wrote, and it was like, made me feel so nostalgic about like where I was in my life at that time. But I wanted to share this. So when I went into entrepreneurship of owning that brick and mortar, I didn't have any guidance really. Like, I didn't have a mentor or someone teaching me what to do or how to deal with the nightmares that come with small business ownership.
Okay, so that's one thing I want to talk about. It's funny that she says it because, again, most entrepreneurs, not a lot of them had mentors. And mind you, I will say there's absolutely nothing wrong with having mentors and guidance and people to coach you and tell you like, hey, this is a good idea, or hey, please don't do that. That will hurt your business. But that is a part and an aspect of being an entrepreneur, is figuring it the hell out. You know what I mean? So it's like, that's kind of the name of the game, honey. I don't know what to tell you. It's called do your own research and figure it the hell out and ask questions. But in order to be an entrepreneur, it's not going to make it easier if you have an upline. Like, it's just not going to.
It was me, myself, and I. Like, I was just like, what's going to come next? There was a time when one of my employees forgot to close the door to our walk-in freezer, and $9,000 worth of product melted overnight. Guess who ate that cost? Me. One time our electricity went out and we didn't have a backup generator, so we had to get all of our produce and bring it to the Albertsons next door and keep it in their freezer for 2 days until I could have someone come out and fix it. That was fun. One time all of my blenders broke, and those Vitamix built-in counter blenders are like a couple grand each. Yeah, all of them broke, and I'm across the street from a high school, like busiest smoothie shop ever, and my blender stations don't work. So I'm like panicking to try and like buy new ones, and it was like the jankiest, most stressful thing ever. I was telling Wade this story this morning. He's heard it before, but one time it was a Friday night. I remember very vividly, actually it was a Friday afternoon, and our POS system broke. It just broke. I couldn't process any payments. It was just not processing payments. And I'm like, okay, like we have one POS system, my small little shop, like how am I going to process payments? So we started writing down people's names, what they ordered. We're like, we're going to call you tomorrow when we get this figured out. We were accepting cash, but then I didn't have enough cash to give people's change. So I'm like running to the bank, and it's like, no one helps you with these things. Like this is something like when you're a business owner and operator, like you do all this on your own. And
no shit. That's how the world works. This is funny to me how she's like, I had to fix things that broke. Yeah, it's called shit breaks, life happens. That's what every other business owner does. Acting as if that is just oh God, I can't believe I did that. Like, yes, it sucks. It does. But like that is expected, and you should know that if you're getting into a franchise or being a business owner in general. But that's the thing, it's pissing me off, is she's trying to be like, oh my God, look at all the bad things that happened. Oh my God, Blenders broke. The POS system shut down. But I did network marketing and I did better. And I'm just kind of sitting here like, okay, but your website, Arbonne's website froze. They have had to refund people because their products suck ass. They've been in lawsuits. Like, what? Tell me again how, this is dumb as hell.
And so I'm just like putting out all these fires. And so I remember that day calling around everywhere. Like my shop was in San Clemente, California. And I was like Googling, like, where can I buy a VivoNet POS system like today? And I found a place in Irvine, which was like probably 40 minutes away. And they were closing in an hour. And I called them. I'm like, wait for me. I'm going to be there. It was a Friday afternoon. And I sped up there and I had to buy this thing without any warning. It was like $2,500. Had to buy this machine, come back. And I will never forget this moment. It was like, it probably started around like 8 p.m. at night, and I was at my shop till 1 a.m. by myself, uninstalling the broken POS system, unplugging all 17 cords, like moving all this heavy machinery, cleaning up all the things that were stuck underneath it, like old orange seeds and like crumbs, like years worth of stuff was stuck under there. And then I'm like looking at this new machine and I'm like, how am I gonna connect this thing? And I remember calling my dad and he's like, honey, you're gonna figure it out. You got it. Like, this is part of business ownership. And I just remember head in my hands, bawling my eyes out and being like, I'm 24 years old. All my friends are at the bar or hanging out with some dude they met on Tinder. And I'm sitting here in my shop trying to figure out how to install a POS system.
Okay, so I'm going to stop this here because this is the one, this is going to piss me off. This is another example of whenever I say they will only consider like the hard work to be good if it's in an MLM. If it's not in an MLM, then it's for somebody else. It's not worth it. That is not bad. If anything, the fact that you're busting your ass for your own business is good. Like, that's something else I had to, and again, no hate to what anyone else wants to do. That's okay. Not everyone wants to be a business owner. Not everyone wants to be a YouTuber. Not everyone wants to do that. But for me, I know, and I just remember this from personal experience. I remember it was in 2018, and I was in a dorm for one semester, and I remember thinking about this, and I was like, you know what? In order for me to be capable of filming at any time of day that I want, edit, work multiple jobs so I can pay for equipment, because at the time, like, I didn't have a lot of means to purchase things, right? I was like, I'm gonna have to go back home. I'm gonna have to live with my parents, and I'm gonna have to do college online. I knew it, and I knew it wasn't fun. So that means I didn't go out to parties, and I didn't go out drinking. I didn't screw around. And again, if you want to do that, there is no shame in doing that. That's okay. But sacrifices do have to be made in order to do something that you really want to do. And even though I was not making money at all on YouTube back in 2018, I had been doing it for years still. I was like, I'm going to do this because I really, like, this is my passion. I'm going to push because I love it. It's amazing, and I want to do something good with it. And again, here we are. And it's a beautiful example of hard work really does pay off, and you can get there, but sacrifices are going to have to be made in order to get to that point. And I'm talking about that too from like being a business owner, doing YouTube, owning a franchise. Those are things that you are going to have to make sacrifices on in order to like succeed and do well. No entrepreneur or business owner never had sleepless nights. None of them had it easy. It was difficult, but the ending result was beautiful. He's portraying this as, again, oh, any other work outside of this is negative. Oh, everyone else got to go out and have fun. Yes, but you made that decision to be a business owner. That's what you cannot just have something handed to you and done well, and then you're just like, oh, I'm doing great. You have to go through that hard work. That's like a fucking initiation of being a business owner. You have to bust your ass to get there. But she's gonna lead this in and be like, oh, well, so I said I don't want to do the franchise anymore because smoothies are hard. But I'm gonna do network marketing. And oh, let me tell you, this shit's easy.
and I have no idea what I'm doing, and this is not what I signed up for. I thought owning a small business was going to be glamorous, and I'd get to pop in for a couple hours a day, and I'd have employees, and everything would run smoothly. No. I had a few great employees that I'm actually still staying.
You know what? That's why she likes network marketing. She's one of the top people. One of the top people. That's why she likes network marketing, because she is somebody now that's able to pop in here and there. I think she is. And again, I could be wrong, but I feel like if she's one of those that's doing damn well, no wonder she likes network marketing, because her team is providing those sales and those recruitments, and she's cashing in a check every month from it.
In contact with, but a good majority of them didn't show up to their shifts. They showed up late. They'd steal. They'd lie. One time I had employees having sex in the bathroom at my work, at my business. So
Did you say I had employees and they were doing the nasty in the bathroom at a smoothie shop? I mean, you got to get it in when you got to get it in. Like,
I dealt with like nightmares like this all the time. Like, that is business ownership, small business ownership. So knowing what I know now and being in network marketing.
In network marketing, you're not going to have people fucking around in the bathroom. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. The business is going to be fucking you instead.
When I understood what was possible with Arbonne and how it's only $49 to start your business, I was like, why doesn't everyone do this? There's no nightmares. There's no, like, I don't have to pay rent every month. I don't have inventory. I don't have to pay like all my employees. I don't have the nightmare of a POS system breaking and me up till 1 a.m. crying my eyes out trying to figure out how to install it. I don't have my produce and all my inventory melting in the middle of the night. I don't have people lying and stealing. I don't have teenagers having sex at my place. Like, I don't deal with any of that.
Oh, but everyone else gets screwed over, and there aren't nightmares. Most people don't make money, as you originally said in the first part of less than 1% hit this level. Yeah, that's funny. That is so great. But like, I don't have to do any other regular business shit because I'm not a business owner. What the
So anyway, I'm story time sharing this with you because if you want to own your own business, you should really take a look at network marketing. I want to urge you because it's really, really smart. There's very minimal risk. There's low startup costs, and you're going to get out of it what you put into it. Like, if you are not afraid to work hard, if you have an entrepreneurial spirit, I want to personally work with you and coach you and show you how to be successful in this business. There are no guarantees. This is an effort-based business. I can't tell you that you're going to be amazing at this because I don't know what your work ethic is like. But if you're anything like me and you're not afraid to work hard and you're willing to take a bet on yourself, I would love to work with you and I would love to show you how to do what I do. And honestly, I just want to stress, like, if I can do this, you know, my story is not typical. I'm a national vice president in Arbonne. Only 1% of people get to the national vice president level. And to learn what's typical, you can check out earnings.arbonne.com. But guys, I just was willing to do what 99% of people weren't willing to do, right? And Arbonne is a heck of a lot smoother and simpler than it was owning a small business. So anyway, story time. I just wanted to share that with you. You're not watching this by accident. If you have been curious, it's free to ask questions. I'd love to have a conversation with you.
I would love to have a conversation with her too, but she blocked me. So she was willing to do what the rest of the 99% wouldn't. So everyone else, the rest of the 99% are lazy. What's so funny is the 99%, a lot of that is a part of her team. So that's hella freaking, she's got a lot of nerve to speak that way. Next one we're going to be reacting to is going to be a Q&A. So this is one, the caption says Q&A with independent consultant Caitlin, sharing a bit of my journey and answering questions with a brand new consultant about how this business works. And then again, the disclaimer, earnings.arbonne.com. Okay, let's listen to this.
Okay, you guys. So it's going to be both my followers and your followers kind of seeing this. So I'm just going to introduce myself and then I'll get you to introduce yourself. And then essentially all we're doing today, you guys, is just kind of going over a little bit about Arbonne. Caitlin is a new consultant, so I'm just going to kind of ask her some questions, share a little bit about my story, and if you guys have questions, feel free to leave them in the comments and we will get to them if we can. For those of you guys who don't know me, my name is Autumn and I am independent consultant and area manager with Arbonne, and Caitlin is a new consultant, so I don't know where it cut me off, but I am here in Calgary. I know Caitlin is in Calgary as well. I'll keep zooming in and out of your face.
What?
It keeps like zooming in and out of your face.
Oh, on mine it doesn't do that. I don't know. I can't.
Weird.
Is it still like that?
Yeah, it's really close up.
The heck?
Maybe if you just, okay, it's normal now.
Okay, that's weird.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so yeah, I'm just gonna ask Caitlin a couple questions, you guys, about Arbonne and kind of why she decided to join and share a little bit about my story. So I started Arbonne just over 3 years ago. I was introduced to Arbonne by my mom. She had been doing it since I was 6 years old, and I kind of grew up around that, watching her do it and such. So I have grown up using the products, using all the products, never really knowing exactly what the business was, but knowing that the products were good. So come time when I went to makeup artistry school, which is why I moved here to Calgary, I kind of was exposed to a lot of different products that I had never been around before, and realized then how good Arbonne's products were, because I was never somebody who had skin issues or anything. And then a couple months into school, my skin was like the worst it had ever been. It was breaking out, it was dry, it was oily all at the same time, and I was just so fed up with it. So
okay, I would do it. Sorry, real quickly, I do want to pause this. So they're talking about the products currently. Now, this is actually something I have discussed previously, and I really love this. I actually have a series on my channel. I need to make a dedicated playlist on this, but I have a series on my channel where I essentially I will have somebody send me their previous MLM products to get some inventory off of their hands, and I'm actually testing them out. I talk about them, and then I give dupes on the products. That way, I give honest thoughts and opinions. I'll tell you if it's good or it's not, and then I'll just let it go. So anyways, I actually was able to test out a lot of products in terms of like the health bullshit, the shakes. I was able to try out the makeup, and I'm gonna be super honest with you here. I was able to dive into a lot of the ingredients. Most of the ingredients in Arbonne products are really not that good. Like, they truly are not. Like, the skincare had insane amounts of perfume and alcohol, which is like, that's gonna dry your face out and make you break out. So I'm not gonna lie, I don't have a lot of faith in what she's saying, because like, if you really look into the products, they're cheap. Like, they are cheaply made. They aren't very good.
That's kind of when I made the connection that I was used to using such clean, pure products, and then come this time I'm putting all this different stuff on my face and it's not really working for me. So I knew at that point I wanted to do Arbonne, even if it was just to use on my clients and myself. I knew I might as well be making an income off of that if I'm sharing the products. And then now fast forward 3 years later, this is my full-time thing. I work from home full-time with my business. So that's a little bit about how I got involved. Me and Caitlin just met on Instagram here. I know her sister actually from one of the salons I used to work at, and we just connected on here and kind of clicked, and she is just getting started. So I'm going to ask you a couple questions, Caitlin. What did you do before Arbonne?
Yeah, I was an esthetician for 5 years, and then I had a baby. So I've been on mat leave, and like, I absolutely love being an esthetician and everything, but for me to go, like, I really don't want to put my son in daycare. So for me, I kept going back and forth with the idea of like, should I go back and everything, or should I do it from home? But it just isn't feasible. So yeah, I really want to just find something where I could stay at home as much as possible with my baby and like still make an income.
Okay, so very random. I do want to pause this, but I think this is a great, topic to highlight on, about how, people that are estheticians, makeup artists, etc. Some of them, they have families, they have kiddos, and I actually come across a lot of people who are able to be in a really convenient area, be around their kids, but still be able to have like a good job or schedule people in. You know what I mean? Definitely feasible, but I really honestly wish that she was able to know that, because she definitely could have been an esthetician still. Oh, absolutely. It breaks my heart too, because, this is all about preying on vulnerable women who need some sort of financial assistance, emotional assistance, whatever the case may be, in terms of like friendships. And God, this is bad.
Yeah, totally. And that's the nice thing about this, is you can do it alongside anything else. And even if you were wanting to go back to working that job whenever, you still have this opportunity to still work this business in your spare time, because there's so many professionals who do this and then who have their full-time jobs, and then they come home and work this maybe an hour in the evenings rather than watching Netflix. So it's a way to create an extra income stream and an extra time freedom stream as well. And there's so many people from different careers. I know we have teachers, nurses, stay-at-home moms, other professionals. We have estheticians in the business, hairdressers, whatever. And then there's people like me who have decided to make this their full-time thing. So there's so many different, you don't have to have a certain background or anything to do Arbonne. It's so simple. It's literally just sharing products that everybody's using and teaching them how to find a cleaner version of those products. So It's so simple. If you break it down, that's all we're doing is sharing products and sharing a business. And it's so genius. And the products are amazing. Which product, I know, yeah. Which products do you have on the way? Just everybody.
I have the Age Well skincare line, the 30 Days to Healthy Living, and then I picked up the baby line as well.
Right. Yes.
A little bit. I didn't hear you there. You cut off.
Oh. Yeah. Days to Healthy Living. I'm very excited to coach you through that. I'm on day 16 or 17 of mine right now, and it's just the best thing ever and the best way to start your business out as well, doing that program, because again, it's not a diet by any means, but it's just focused on clean living, eating healthy, fueling your body properly. And that's just Arbonne's whole thing. Our motto is mind, body, skin. So it all just kind of works together and synergistically with one another. So the Age Well line is also my favorite skincare line ever. So I'm excited for you to use that. And then obviously the baby products will be awesome for you.
Okay, I'm gonna pause this real quickly. I haven't really dug into the baby products, but I'm a little bit nervous about that. I mean, mind you, there's a lot of products out there for kids that are trash. But I would love to actually know if anyone's child has had a reaction to certain things. I'm genuinely curious, because other people have had reaction to certain products, with Arbonne. So I'd love to know if anyone's had an experience with that. Comment it down below.
Intrigued you specifically about Arbonne?
I have actually heard about it for like quite a few years now. But yeah, I love that they're like plant-based, natural, especially because you're putting it in and on your skin. And I'm not like a makeup person at all either, but I do wear some. So it's just nice to know what's in your products. And then just having the flexibility as well, that I don't have to be like stuck to my computer like all day, or my phone, and be able to like still be with my son and still just enjoy life and not have to work a job for like 10 plus hours every single day.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, it's you can work exactly how much you want to work. If you don't have time to sit down and work for hours that day, you don't have to. I mean, I never sit down and work for hours on end. Lots of days I do work more than others, but it's on your own time and fitting it into nooks and crannies. I mean, when I promoted to area manager at the level that I'm at right now, that was when I was a full-time student working a part-time evening job. So it just shows that you don't have to be just sitting at home doing nothing to do this business. If you're busy, you can do it as well too, because that was when I saw the biggest growth in my business. Was one of the busiest times of my life, because I would literally, it's just networking, it's talking to people and communicating. So I would just do that between classes, on the train back to work. When I got back from work, instead of watching Netflix, I would just put in 15-20 minutes before I went to bed. And it's just simple things like that. So I love that. And then a little bit about the products I'm going to touch on, because you mentioned that the clean factor of the products really intrigued you. So for those of you guys who don't know, we've been around for 40 years as a business, and we were discovered in Switzerland. So we have to follow the European Union for what we can and can't put in products. So I don't know if many of you guys know kind of the standards here, but there's little to no standards here for what can and can't be put into products. Personal care products, makeup, hair products, whatever. It's a scary industry. Over in Europe, it's a lot more developed and a lot more clean and just better in general. So the fact that we have to follow those rules means that you know that you're getting such a high quality product without having to pay that giant fee. I mean, if you're in the duty-free section of an airport and you in the duty-free section of an airport and you're trying to buy like Swiss really high quality skincare products, whatever, they can be upwards of like $300-400 a jar. So
I'm gonna pause this here real quickly just to kind of wrap this up, because I know like they're gonna get into like other topics and all that aren't like about business wise, but she's kind of highlighting the products and how they have quote unquote higher standards, and if you want to get really good products, they're horribly expensive. And I just don't believe that whatsoever. So many amazing skincare products that you guys can purchase that are so good for your skin, and like they're phenomenal. I get it, absolutely. There are products that are trash, that are not really regulated, and just don't have good ingredients. But trust me, you guys can get drugstore products, you guys can get affordable products that are good for your skin. All right, you guys, so this is to continue on. There is a screenshot that I want to show you guys that is just a lovely example of exactly what I'm talking about. So this is a photo of a girl. She has shoes on the bed, y'all. She has shoes on the bed. She's drinking out of an Arbonne bottle. Okay, cool. The caption: well, we all got into this business the exact same way. Invited to someone's house for a party, asked to sit in a circle, do a seance. I don't even know if I said that right, nor do I know what that is. Draw some blood and become sisters for life. I'm kidding, but really that's exactly what people think. Oh, you joined a cult. Not just a cult, the best one ever. Oh my God. Oh my noggin hurts. All jokes aside, I remember being one of my first training calls when I officially decided to dive into the business after using the products for 7 years. Yes, I've always loved it. I was thinking to myself, wow, that lady really drank the ARBONNE juice. Drinking that darn juice was the best thing that ever happened to me. That juice has changed my life. We all want time, freedom, work-life balance, healthy products, community, to serve others, to lead others, to change lives. And guess what? ARBONNE offers an opportunity to have it all. I can guarantee there is no better opportunity than the opportunity we've been given. I'm so proud of our company, our standards, our goals, our community, our team, our products, and honestly, just absolutely grateful. Grateful for everything this business has given me. It truly has been a shining light that has allowed me to fully embrace my work ethic, my passion to lead, my passion to help. Use my past struggles as motivation and pour into others who need what we have. Everyone needs ARBONNE in their life, whatever that looks like for you. Okay, so she casually jokes about it being a cult, and why would you joke like that? Like, I'm just saying, if somebody's like, you run a cult, I would want to avoid the hell out of saying, like, that's so weird. That's the thing that it is. She's obsessed with ARBONNE. Every part of this poor woman's Instagram is literally ARBONNE, ARBONNE, ARBONNE. It's sisterhood, poses, maybe a couple things with kids, but it is 90% ARBONNE. That screams cult to me, okay? If that's all you do is live and breathe ARBONNE, you have some shit going on, okay? This doesn't seem normal. So we're gonna pull up this other part. This is a Hesitations by ARBONNE. Yeah, okay. So this is 3 women that are here, and the caption says, the cost of the hesitation is the life you could have lived. Let that sink in for just a minute. I know it's easy to get held back by fear or insecurities. I doubted the idea of ARBONNE, then I tried the products. I doubted the business, then I said, screw it, what do I have to lose? I hesitated because I feared what others thought. I feared the failure. I feared the unknown, but that fear holds you back from so many amazing opportunities. And opportunities, I wasn't willing to let it stifle me any longer. I love that I'm using products that have helped me and get so much joy from clients who tell me how better they feel and look because of ARBONNE. It's natural to have hesitations, but challenge you to channel into a drive for more. If you have questions, I'd love to answer them. These products can help you, and this business can be a light. So what do you have to lose?
We wanted to hop on this week and talk to you a little bit about our hesitation and kind of our feelings behind maybe why we didn't want to jump in at first and what was the driving force to kind of change that sentiment.
Yeah, okay, so I will go first. My hesitations, and I think we can all kind of relate to this, when I first sat down with Beth, who's our National Vice President, Executive National Vice President, I honestly, I know this sounds shallow, you guys, but I was afraid of losing followers. I was afraid of annoying people.
Same.
I was afraid of being that, oh my gosh, is she going to try and sell me ARBONNE? Or, oh my gosh, I don't want to talk to her and respond to her stories or comment on pictures because she's going to market me and try and sell me these products. I was terrified of that, you guys. I was so terrified that it took me quite a while to say yes to joining this business, as I know they did too. But once I started seeing the changes that it was making in people's lives, specifically the 30 Days to Healthy Living, my mom being one of them, and then it kind of was just like a domino effect. I saw all these amazing things, people's weight loss journeys, people's skin clearing up, just overall everything, you guys. It was improving people's lives, including my own and my family's. And then once I got into the business side of things, I was able to help change people's lives and have a better work-life balance, stay home with their kids. There were so many
extra income.
Yeah, extra income. There's some girls who are like, hey, I just want to get my lashes done every month and I have it paid for. I'm like, totally, I can help you. So that is where my hesitations kind of shifted into, now I feel bad if I know I have a product that will improve someone's life and I'm not sharing it with them. So those were my hesitations, and once that all kind of kicked into gear for me, that's where I just really went for it. And I love this company, so I'm happy to be that girl in your inbox.
I think Tisha and I would agree that same hesitation of losing a follower,
Judgment.
or
Especially coming from a blogger.
Sure.
Yeah.
But as a blogger, it's something that we would do naturally anyways.
Yeah.
We work with brands and we share product. This is even more authentic. It's something I'm using on a consistent basis every single day of my life. So if I'm going to share, hey, I got these new jeans, why wouldn't I share, hey, I got this new skincare product that I'm loving?
Yeah.
And that's, for me, it took a little while to get past my own ego of it all, of feeling like it's very salesy. It's one thing to talk about something one time. It's another thing to talk about it repeatedly because you worry that it annoys people.
Right.
And I didn't want to be
Okay, so some of these are very typical things that they're fearing of judgment. And that's the thing, though, is this like, it's all true, though. Like, it isn't genuine. It isn't genuine of how they're sharing it. And she's right when she says, you know, it's one thing to share something one time, but then when you constantly share it, it's different. Yeah, when you constantly shove Arbonne down people's throats, it's not even like normal anymore, fun. It's annoying. It's not even interesting. But the biggest thing about it is it's not even just the products, because like, I get it though. Like, it's one thing to talk about products you love like organically, but then when you're like, you're talking about the business and, oh, this is my hesitations and why you should join, then it's weird.
I'm now that person, and I don't care.
We're all that person.
I don't care because I use the product, and I'm so a believer in what you put in your body and what you put on your skin definitely makes an impact. I am a walking testimony to that. So now I'm like, who can I share it with?
Yeah, I think the judgment is the biggest piece for me, especially being familiar with only doing one thing for so long. And it just really takes that kind of self-reflection, like they both said, in terms of if you are using the product and you truly believe in it, or if something aligns with your values. And that's where you have to push. Change is hard.
Yeah.
But I think
uncomfortable.
Really uncomfortable. And I think if there's anything we know in life, especially as we keep getting older, is change is constant.
Yeah.
So I think, you know, just using that opportunity to push, like, what am I afraid of? When you really like lay down judgment, or what, that I might lose a follower, or that people are talking behind my back. Well, once you let that go, because it's hard.
It's happening, you guys.
It's happening anyways.
Yeah. One, it's happening anyways, and two, when I first started this business, and I'm sure it's still going on, people would accidentally talk about me and send it to me on accident. I've had people directly say stuff to me. You guys, it's honestly just built thicker skin for me, and it's made me a better person.
I will say that is a little bit sad if people are like actually directly messaging her. But in all honesty, though, this is another thing I feel like that they really are missing out. Why do they see such a hardcore pattern with other people talking shit on them because they're in Arbonne? And that's the thing, is we see that across the board with all MLMs. Like, has anyone in the community of MLMers been like, hey, maybe there's a reason why somebody says this is a problem? It's not just talking shit if it's true. You know what I mean? You can be honest and say this is a scam and what you're doing is predatory and a scam. That's not necessarily talking shit. That's just being honest. And there needs to be, a differentiation between hateful speaking and being an asshole versus saying, hey, like, you're doing something wrong.
And yeah, it's personal growth. That's what our company is about. It's about personal growth.
Yeah, and I think for me, one of the biggest things once I had to really push through that fear of judgment and honestly fear of failing, and fear of coming from my history with my job, that fear of, well, okay, yeah, I have this opportunity in front of me. I believe in it. The company aligns with my values. I did a lot of research before I jumped fully in. And then I think, well, what if I just lose this? I already built a book of business. It was taken away in 2 seconds. But at the end of the day, like, again, change is constant. We always have to learn to pivot. And I think one of the biggest things through this recent life-changing, world-changing experience, I don't want to have all my eggs in one basket.
Yeah.
I mean, I have my deciding factors in this business because I believe in it so much, is where I'm putting a lot of my energy. But I also have fitness classes on the side, restaurants. We have, other businesses going on within our families. And so diversifying multiple streams of income, I think, is a huge, huge win. And so once I started feeling all of those different things, it was easier for me to push the fear and the judgment away, whether it was fear of fail, fear of losing friends, fear of close friends or family not supporting you. I know Beth speaks about that a lot.
And it happens.
Yeah, and that's okay.
You guys, it's
that's
mostly
okay.
strangers that are willing to help us and support us, and that's just life, and it's just how people are. It's nothing personal, and we don't take it personal at all anymore. But it's just something that we all have to get over in the beginning. And one thing that I think we can all agree on is that our cups are full. I know that I said when I started my journey, my cup was full as far as friends, family, my kids, but my cup was not full because I wanted to be a businesswoman. I always dreamt of you know, just being in the business industry and just succeeding in whatever I did, and I didn't have that. And so now I'm happy. I'm happy sitting at home, working from my phone, watching my kids grow up in front of me. And I think creating that work-life balance has been absolutely amazing. And that's what we want to share with everybody. It is possible. You do not have to sit behind a desk from 9 to 5 to have that work-life balance and get paid what you deserve.
Yeah, but at the same time, you also can do some other jobs and not have to be suffocated with it and still get treated well, paid well, etc. They act like it's so unrealistic. Here's another thing too. The one on the far right and with the hair bump, that I used to do that back in middle school, I'm not gonna lie. She was talking about how she has multiple streams of income. So she has Arbonne, then she has restaurants and other stuff and all. So you have so many other things established. Arbonne's not like the main carrying factor. And I get diversifying your income, but like that's not the make it or break it for you then. And here's the thing. I looked at the page of these people, right? They're pretty well off from what it looks like. A part of me wonders, and this is something a lot of you guys have brought up, and it's such a fabulous point. How many of these people in Arbonne are stay-at-home moms, but like their husbands work, right? So they claim success and, oh, I can stay at home because of Arbonne, where it's actually their husband's income that's purchasing certain things for them, that's providing this and providing that lifestyle so that way they can, post about, oh my God, look, I bought this new bag. It's because of Arbonne. No, it's from Jimmy, my husband. You know what I mean? All right, y'all. So this is so funny. And this is the last thing that I have to show you guys. And I cannot. Okay, so the last thing I'm going to show you guys, and it is probably one of the cringiest posts I've ever seen. We've reacted to this one before. She's definitely not far from speaking a lot of bullshit. And this is definitely a beautiful example. So there was a lovely Cadillac party and a retreat with a cabin. Everyone wears white. You know what I mean? All that. Yeah, all that fun shit. Anyways, I saw her post up on her story. Hi, ladies, whoever's coming to the retreat. If you please let me know if you're bringing me your Cadillac. That's fucking weird. Why would you do that? Anyways, so they went to Nashville, right? Cool. So the caption, we see all of them lined up with their Cadillacs. Like, look at me, a car that's not even really genuinely paid for by my company. Yay. Anyways, so they all have their Cadillacs. I've never seen someone milk the hell out of a car this much. This is weird. But they say, what are you waiting for? If you keep waiting until you think you're ready, you'll just keep waiting. So many times I heard, and what I do is, I don't have enough time. I have too much on my plate. I can't add something else to my life. I don't have this or that. I am telling you, neither did we. But we know that our efforts would build and grow. We knew we had grit and a clear vision on what we wanted for our lives. And somewhere along the way, someone introduced us to Arbonne, and somehow or another, our lives were forever changed. I was working 2 jobs and building my makeup business here, brand new in Nashville. 2 of these babes graduating nursing school and went straight into working their jobs. A building photographer who was always working other side jobs, and another makeup artist who worked in the bridal industry. All walks of people come and do this business because, 1, who Arbonne is, 2, what we stand for, 3, we are the trailblazers of network marketing. No, the hell you're not. If anything, freaking Mary Kay is. Oh my, the beautiful community we have across the globe. No one starts a side hustle because they have all the extra money and time in the world. They start because they want to create life by their design and enjoy their time. Don't talk yourself out of something you know could be great. You could be great at because of fear or the unknown. Because you, at the end of the day, have complete control over your dreams and goals. Y'all, until the last day of June, it's free to sign up with a qualifying order. So it's not free then. Okay. So you can get your hands on the items that you've been eyeing on and also start the biz babe. Be coached by those who came before in Arbonne to grow and prosper and to bloom. So go for it. You got this. Only 2% reach this level in Arbonne. So I find it funny how, one, they said the trailblazers of network marketing. Oh, God. Please. That is so ridiculous. But then no one starts a side hustle because they have all the extra money and time in the world. They start it because they need it. Exactly what we're getting at. You pray, and your goal target audience here is people who are desperate. That is weird. That is very unsettling, the fact that that's your goal in mind. Because you wouldn't care. You'd be like, hey, everyone can do it. Like, it's fine. But now you're like, the people that need it the most are the ones that have no time. And that's just a very toxic mentality to shove it down people's throats of, oh, you don't have any time or money? Well, guess what? Make it happen. It's just it's cringy, it's culty, it's shit leadership in my opinion. All right, guys, so that was it for today's video, an Arbonne shit show. Comment down below what you guys thought about today's video and what was your favorite part of today's video. And don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you all in the next video. Stay glowing, my beautiful queens. Love you. Bye.